Hey everybody, back from Home Depot. Figured I'd go live while I had a few moments. I just did some dishes and I'm going to do a little live and then I'll get off and who knows. Chris is sleeping. Came home from Home Depot and went to bed. So nothing's going to get done. We went and picked up some PVC. We found another sump pump, the one with the stand like we have, and I picked up a second one. He's going to do it at the other end of the basement where the water comes in. He's going to put one in, dig out the concrete a little bit and put one in there. So we bought that too. We decided after I started thinking about it to hold off on the greenhouse wood because we spent almost $600 today. And that's more important than the greenhouse at this point. And I didn't want to spend any more because I'm trying to save as well, because he was told that his company doesn't work in the snow. When the snow starts sticking to the ground, they shut down. They bring all the trucks back in, which I understand. So with the winter coming, I can't justify spending on things that we don't need. And when it comes to the greenhouse or the sump pump's going to come first because that's our home. And I can always get wood later on. The lady at Home Depot said the wood's still really high. It's come down, but it's not down a whole lot. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta weigh pros and cons. And right now, the sump pump and keeping our home dry is more important than the greenhouse. We can always do the greenhouse later, buy the wood over the winter when we find out what his job's going to be like. Like I said, this is his first time with this company, and he's never worked a winter with the company, so we don't know. And I'd rather save our money to keep paying our mortgage in case he does get laid off and the unemployment takes too long to come through. We'll have money to keep paying our bills during that time. So it was one or the other, and today we just decided the sump pump is more important, keeping what we have in the basement protected. Sorry, I have a mouthful. I just finished my dishes, and I figured I'd go live. He's sleeping. We ate and came home, ate, and we were watching the 3 parts of the Woodstock Fair videos that I made, and because I didn't watch them before I put them, I just thought I put them together in the right order, and I didn't. I was noticing it when we were watching it. Some of these things were scattered. I must have mixed up the clips when I was putting them together. He was falling asleep through that, sitting right there. So I'm like, you know what? This happens every weekend. He sleeps half a Sunday because he does a live stream at night. So it's still light out. He could have done something outside, but he went slept. He's sleeping, and this is what happens every weekend. And I'm just gonna let it keep happening. I'm not gonna nag him about it. I can only do so much physically, so the stuff that has been waiting is stuff only he can do. It is what it is. Here, I feel like winter's gonna come quick. By the way the weather is. And there's things that need to get done, but he sleeps. Sundays, pretty much he sleeps. I got him out to get that stuff at Home Depot, and that was pretty much it. So it is what it is. I did the dishes. I cleaned the kitchen. After my cigarette, I'll probably go outside and start bringing some stuff in the garage because we talked about it. And that's where I parked my car. And if I'm going to have to bring the kids to school and back every day, I like to have my car in the garage where I don't have to clean it off every morning. I don't have time for that. There's no time. I have an electric starter. So, but I'm sure a lot of people aren't getting my notifications. They were telling me that earlier today, so they probably don't know I'm live yet. But I'm going to sit here and chit chat. I'm sure someone will pop up. Tomorrow's a new day, and I'll get outside tomorrow, and maybe we'll get the pool covered at least. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. I do know. Hey, Care. I tell him all the time, maybe cut the live streams on Saturday nights just a little bit so that you can get up in the morning and do something. We haven't gotten nothing done on these I'd say the last month. He just doesn't, I understand he works Saturdays and he's tired, but this Saturday he didn't work. And I'm not going to nag him though. I'm going to let him see on his own that nothing's getting done. And I noticed the only time he'll get up is if I'm doing something. If he sees me get up to go take care of things, then he gets up and does something. But if I'm sitting here, he doesn't take it upon himself to go and do anything. He just doesn't do it. He has to follow. I notice that if I get out and go outside, that's when he'll come outside. Nope, not nagging. I wasn't nagging before, but the thing is I just go and do something, and he'll follow me and start working out there once I'm out there. And I happen to go sit on the couch to watch I wanted to see my videos that I put together because I just threw them together and posted them. I didn't even watch them. And so then he came over and sat down, and then he was out. And I'm like, you know what? Go in the bedroom. Go in the bedroom and take a nap. Your senses told me you were on. Yeah. Because I just finished cleaning the kitchen. I just did all the dishes, cleaned up the kitchen, and figured I'd come on for a little bit because after that I'm going to see where we're at and maybe go outside and start bringing some of my fabric pots and stuff down in the basement. And hey guys, start cleaning out the garage little by little because it seems like we have to do it that way. If we try to tackle it all at once, we stop and yeah. So we didn't end up getting the wood trust. I had to make a decision, and the basement is more important than the greenhouse at this point. And the money, we spent about $600 on 2 sump pumps, the pipes that he needs, the fittings that go with it and stuff. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? The greenhouse can wait, because he told me on the way there that his boss basically said, they don't work when it's snowing. And I had a feeling, I told you all this. I said, he's not essential at this job. And I had a feeling all this time, but he kept saying, oh, no, they all work. No, they don't. And basically what he was told was, as soon as the snow starts sticking to the ground, when it starts snowing, he has them bring all the trucks back in. And that's understandable because that's how he's kept his business and his truck's in good running order. And he doesn't have a lot of problems. And I totally get that. But that tells me that we have to stop spending and putting money away to keep paying our mortgage and our bills for those months that he's going to be out of work. And if the winter's is going to be as bad as what we think, it could start early. That's my thought. I think it's going to start early. So I want to have November, December, January, February, March, and maybe one more month, at least 6 months worth of bills put away, because unemployment is not guaranteed. And if it is, look how long it takes to get it. He filed that claim in June and we just got it 2 days ago. So I'm using my brain here. And hello, I'm using the crane here, and that sump pump and everything was more important than the greenhouse at this point to keep my house in order. So I'm like, okay, Chris, we're not going to do the wood today. We'll just get everything for the sump pump.
Yeah, I kind of figured that some stuff was going to be expensive. I just didn't want to say anything and break y'all's hearts.
I kind of do. Well, we got more like what we ended up getting. I got two. So I got they had one left, and it was the one that stands on a pedestal. That's the kind we have in the bulkhead. It stands on a pedestal and it hooks up to, and the lady didn't even think there was any left. And Chris just happened to be standing next to the shelf and there was one left.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we got it because otherwise we would have had to order it. And that one was $187.
Yeah.
And then I got a half horsepower sump pump, like kind of like the one you can. That was 200. That was 200 in itself, and that is because Chris said the water comes from the other end of the house when it starts to come in, and it travels to where our sump pump is because it goes down as slope. So he had been saying all along he wanted to go to where the problem starts and dig a hole in the concrete and put the sump pump in there.
Yeah.
And then take those PVCs and run it outside the front of the house to let it drain down the driveway. I didn't really understand all that, but I didn't know that's where the water was originating when it comes in through the floor.
Yeah.
It makes sense now that he explained it all to me. So while we were there, we got the pump to do that. We don't have the right saw to dig through the concrete, so he's going to have to have to bang it out. Yeah. And what the lady was very knowledgeable. She's had to do that kind of stuff in her homes. And once he gets the hole, we got a bucket. She showed us what bucket to use to put the sump pump in to keep any debris from going in.
Yep.
And keep it in good working order. So he bought 9 PVC long ones. They hung out the side of his truck. So that was costly, but it's going to be done right.
Yep.
And that way we'll have 2.
Yep.
Which makes sense. I just didn't understand it all because all I ever saw was it coming with, where the boiler was coming, but it's getting pushed to that area from the other end of the house. And then from the boiler area, it comes to where our sump pump is under the stairs. Mm-hmm. So it was all traveling, and Chris knew and understood, but I didn't. So he explained all that. I'm like, all right, then while we're here, we're going to get that second pump, because they have pallets being brought in of sump pumps. So because of the weather, because of the season.
Yep. And everybody's changing them out or having issues.
Yep. There was a guy next to us doing the same thing. He was putting a second one in, actually.
Yep. And y'all got lucky compared to New Jersey and New York with their basements.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
There was people that illegally rented their basements out as apartments, and people drowned in them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I have a lot down there, and I don't need to have things destroyed. So I'm like, let's just put the money into that. The greenhouse can wait. We'll see where we stand in the middle of the winter if he's still working. You know what I mean? And we're just saving and saving. Mm-hmm. We can always put a greenhouse in next year. I can always grow in my pot still. I've been doing it. It has gotten us okay.
Yep.
That's not, growing our own food is important, but not as important as keeping our home first.
Yep. Your investment.
Yeah.
Dry.
Yeah. So that was $600 with everything.
Oh, did you remind him about the traps?
I did this morning, but he's sleeping. He came home, ate, passed out on the couch. And this is how Sundays are every Sunday.
Yeah.
I get him for a good hour or two and then he's done.
Yeah.
So I told him, I said, we have to think about maybe skipping a live one Saturday or even toning it down to an hour or 2.
Yeah.
And then go to sleep because we're not getting anything done. We're just not.
Yeah.
We're not. And I'm not trying to be a nag, but And I understand
there's some things he has to do because you can't do, and the only time is when he's not working. And yeah,
I don't want to be that woman that nags, but I'm watching it unfold. It's been a month now, and we have not gotten anything done.
yeah.
And I'm not saying, I'm trying to see if he can notice it on his own, but he just, I mean, I understand because I'm on here all the time and I'm around you guys and I get that time and he doesn't. And that's why I haven't been too hard on this whole situation. But we're getting fall, winter way earlier than we normally do. And the garage is chock full. We usually clean it out at the end of we usually clean it out in September, October.
Yeah.
We have time, but I'm not going to nag him though. I'm not. I want him to see it on his own. And like I said, he only gets up to do stuff when he sees me get up to do something.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to handle it, honestly, without coming across. I don't know. I just think maybe if he took it to maybe an hour or two, got some sleep on a Saturday night and got up and we got something done, but he'll be sleeping for the rest of the afternoon now.
Yeah.
And it's still light out. It's not raining. We could go and start cleaning out the garage, or we could start outside and getting the planter boxes cleaned up and put away. And I don't know.
Well,
he could be taking the greenhouse apart. There's things we could be doing, but I don't want to nag him because he does work hard.
Yeah.
He does. So I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it.
Everything has its own time, Emily. Don't stress.
Yeah. Well, it'll get done because I know him. We will get it done, but he'll try to do too much in one day and then he'll end up sore. Yeah. And that's how we do. We roll like that.
Yeah.
But he's got to figure it out on his own. You fall asleep for the whole day after a Saturday Live, and it's been going on for a month now. And Lady Casca, well, that's to be expected. You've been sick. You just have to let things get done in your own time and don't overdo yourself. Please don't overdo yourself because you're going to get to that exhaustion point. Don't do that.
No.
Take it from me. I'm always exhausted because I go balls to the wall when I want to do something. Mm-hmm. And I don't stop and think of how I'm going to feel afterwards. Like yesterday, I kept going and going and going, and my body hurts today. And all I did was walk around. That's it. I didn't get on any rides. I don't do the rides. My body can't handle that. But it was just all the walking without stopping. You'll get it all done, Lady Casca. You'll get it there. I know he works hard. That's why I'm not saying nothing. I'm not going to tell him, hey, we've got to keep going, because his body's telling him he needs sleep. So I'm going to let him sleep.
Hey, prep for it. Joe Morgan, Lady Casca.
Hey, prep for it. Hey, girl. She's here.
Yeah, sorry, I'm watching the less of Castaway. The best part of the movie.
Yeah. And I can multitask better than he does. Like I can be on here and take my laptop in there and get things done while I'm going. But a lot of the things that he does, you can't be worrying about a video when you're doing it.
No.
You got to just focus on it, and you can't just worry about pressing play, and you have to just do it. And he's all over the place when like things that he's got to do. It's not just in one spot. You got to keep moving around and putting things away, moving things, He does all the hard stuff for me, the heavy, hard stuff, because he knows I can't do that. And it's a lot on him too, physically wise. So I'm trying not to be one of those women. Are those the big shelves you had in there that you were growing your tomatoes on when I first met you, Lady Casca? Because those were big shelves. Yeah, I know. I'm in the same boat, Lady Casca. I have nowhere to put my stuff either. That's why you see stuff in that shelf, in those drawers, over here in my grandfather's hutch, in the kitchen, on the shelves on the wall, and down below. And I have stuff down in the basement. Yep. I have things everywhere. There's got to be a better system in my kitchen, but I just haven't found it yet. but someone had some pot things hanging on the wall, on the ceiling. I might see if, but that's something that I'd have to have Chris do, and I don't want to burden him with that right now.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Hey, you look good.
Yeah, look at that smile. I miss that smile.
Yeah. I'm so glad you're smiling and you're here and you're okay. You're strong. You could kick its ass. Excuse my language.
Yeah, I'm at a standstill because I'm gonna turn my camera around here.
Just remember, watch the movie Wreck-It Ralph. They'll give you ideas.
Okay. Here's my,
Get Ralph.
five, yeah. Shelf.
That is a long shelf.
It was over here, and then
Yeah.
I moved all that. It was underneath my TV. I moved that over there, and it made it all pretty. And
Yeah, let me get you up on full cam, actually. I forget I can do that.
all pretty.
Oh my gosh, you're a good decorator.
No.
I have no imagination at all. No skills like that.
That was like so pretty, and I was like, I'm
Oh,
so
I like
proud
that
of
3-tiered thing you got there.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do with this thing, so I just started sticking flowers in it. But anyways, I wanted something pretty in my living room, and that's that.
That's definitely
And
nice.
then
Oh my God.
I took everything out of here, and that's where I put my crock pot and Instapot, and oh my gosh, dehydrators, and I'm like, where do I put all this stuff?
It's a lot when
Oh.
you have to try to find spaces for it. Trust me, I know.
And now I have to figure this out. Don't know what to do with that.
It doesn't look
I'm
like there's
serious.
much space to get through
My
there.
house is a complete disaster, as you can see. I'm just taking
What's
everything
on
out.
that wall? Okay, go back. On that wall right here. Nope, go back the other way. Go back, turn around. Nope, the other way. Other way. This wall right here that you're standing next to. Could you put that shelf on this wall on right here?
It's kind of my dining room.
That big metal shelf could go there. Because where you have that metal shelf now, it looks like there's not much room to get through.
I know, that's because I just moved it from there to there.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know where to put it right now. Yeah. This is what happens when I reorganize. It becomes a bigger disaster than it was
Yeah, that's
before.
how it works for me too. Then you feel overwhelmed and you want to stop, and I get it. I do the same thing to myself all the time.
Yeah.
You have such a nice layout for your house. Just the layout of the room is nice. I like that.
Hey, it's not horrible.
No, I love it. It's like open and airy. You got a lot of light in there. I don't have a lot of light in mine.
Let it go, let it go.
You're awesome. God, I just am so glad you're feeling better. Let me try to get this camera back down. I forgot how I did it. Give me 1 minute. There we go. See, you got a lot of light coming in there. That's nice. I don't have that. Oh, I like that shelf.
I love this shelf.
Fruits and vegetables.
I like that shelf. It looks like a ladder.
It is. It's a ladder. Well, it kind of, it looks like a ladder.
Oh, smart.
That is pretty neat.
I always wanted one. But now I'm going to get rid of this, I think. It's just an eyesore.
What if you painted it?
Well, it's two pieces. It's actually like a cubby down here.
Hmm.
And the
And I
shelf.
think that was supposed to be like a shelf for the back of a bed.
Maybe.
Putting like spices on and yeah.
I love how you have all those vegetables. Can you go closer? Let me see.
So you got my
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
apples and my squash,
Oh, I don't want to look at that.
lemon, and oranges. I got peanut butter.
Those look like good sized shelves too.
Yeah, and then oatmeal up here.
Oh, I like it. I like that.
But here's my cabinets. I don't have any Yeah.
But isn't that the thing now with the cabinets? A lot of videos I see, the people don't have their doors on them.
Sometimes.
I know Homestead Corner, her cabinets are all open. Who else did I see that I watched? They don't have any cupboards doors on them, and it looks really nice that way.
You found her banana.
Hey, lively prepper.
Oh.
Hey,
Put it up in the
conservative,
middle of my
lively.
phone.
Yeah, I noticed that chalkboard too. Prep for it. That was nice.
Yeah,
I can't jump down.
I like that. I like the layout of her house. Lake Fairy's house too. I love the layout of Lake Fairy's house. Perfect. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type that I like what everybody else has. I'm not afraid to admit it either.
I know. I like your basement.
Whose
It's
basement?
Yours.
Oh yeah, I like my basement more than the top part of my house. I do. Oh, it's pretty bad when you feel that way. But you know what? It is what I made it up here. And I made it a drop pile for all my stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I'll get there, you know.
It's workable. It's doable. That's all it is.
Yeah, because I'm not one for photo ops. I don't want a photo magazine photo house. I want a lived in house, and it works, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Still got water over here. We got a whole bunch of cases of water. But I don't care. It's my home. It doesn't need to look picture perfect. My son's house, everything's got its own, it's picture perfect.
Yeah.
And when I go there, I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I think part of it has to do with not him, but so much her. He's still pissed at me.
Not my kid's house. Oh my God, they keep that sucker so immaculate. You'd be like, and if you would have known them when they lived here, no, you'd be like,
yeah. Yeah.
The Stepford sons. That's what they be. What do they do? Get programmed to freaking clean? It's like now that they're paying and it's theirs, they want to keep it up. It's like, oh
yeah, same thing with my son. He had no problem bringing in wheelchairs and blowing out all my French glass door windows in my apartment I was renting.
Yeah.
The pool sticks from my pool table that I had, he would blow out, you know, they'd hit the little panes of French door glass and didn't even give a shit.
Yeah.
How dare you walk into his house with your shoes on, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. I don't even feel comfortable going to his house. I never have. And
yeah. I mean, I still take off my shoes. I don't walk in my house with shoes on. I have house sandals for anybody that shows up.
No.
I mean,
I don't care. I just sweep and clean after they leave if it's that bad. But
no.
He watched my videos of the Woodstock Fair, and he got pissed off because I went, but yet I'm hesitant on going to things that he's throwing. You know, the whole. You know, I told you the other day about the same date that Stedding's coming here.
Yeah, his
birthday's today. So I figured, you know, when Stedding said he was coming down next weekend, I figured we were in the clear.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I didn't answer her invitation right away, because I waited until we found out what we were doing with Stedding. I knew he was coming. We had planned this for a while now.
Yeah.
He's just aggravated because I took and went to the Woodstock Fair with all those people. But if you watch the video, I don't think he watched the videos. We got there before they even started with half the ride. So there wasn't many people there.
Yeah.
For a good part of the day, it was pretty dead until about the time we were leaving. Maybe an hour before we were leaving, people started showing up. And it really got congested. But we still stayed away from people and still kept our masks on.
I mean,
I'm a grown woman. I know how to do things, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the one thing we've all went out and done as a family this year. The one thing.
Yeah.
When have you seen me go anywhere?
Yeah. Except for Todd, but he didn't want to
He
go.
didn't even know. No, he doesn't. He wanted to be left alone and have some quiet time for himself and do
which is understandable too. I can respect that as a teenager.
He don't like crowds. He never has.
No.
He doesn't. And they all know that. They all know he's that way.
Yeah. Well, your son's just got to get over it. He's
Exactly.
done stuff and not visited you for certain reasons. It's like, you know, you can't blame one person because they're not doing what you want. when you did the exact same thing already in the past. So I was like,
And he knows Sierra doesn't like. The thing is, that girl doesn't ask me for hardly anything.
yeah.
They don't.
Mhm.
You know, they don't give me that much of a hard time. Honestly, compared to other people's kids, they are gold. They do not. The only thing they ask me for is Roblox gift cards. That's
Yeah.
it. They don't ask me for expensive shoes and expensive clothes and nothing. They never ask for bicycles. They never ask for anything. Ever.
Yeah.
And I changed my mind twice before going. The first time I told her I decided I've changed my mind. We're not going to go. Should have seen how upset and sad she looked.
Oh.
And she didn't fight me on it. She just turned and went in her room.
Yeah.
And then I said, I'll get a Groupon for a horseback riding trail for you and your friend. I'll pay for hers, and you can go for 2 hours on the trail. You'll be away from people.
Yeah.
You'll be up on the horse. She didn't even want to do that. And she loves horses.
Yeah.
She loved when she did it. But at that point, I had bursted her bubble because it was one thing she asked for that I had said yes for. And then I turned around and said no. And it was because of my own fears.
Yeah. But mama sucked it up and did it for her.
But she kept her mask on, and I kept mine on. It was hot as Hades, but I did it.
Yeah.
I was so scared. I was so nervous because I haven't been out. I had the shakes when I was on my way there.
Till you saw the cows. The cows.
I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did it.
Me too.
But it's a lot. My chest was tight.
Yeah. Stay tuned next year. Lee might do it for 2 days. Going out in public. Well, not in a row, but I'm just saying you might do it 2 times next year.
Took a lot.
Yeah.
Even she is sore today. She's like, I can't believe how much I hurt. I said, well, you'll get back into it now that you're in school. You'll get back into it with gym class, and you'll get back into moving around. And
I have gym class this week.
She's got gym class this week.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
We got your inhaler already ready.
Right here.
You were supposed to give it to your teacher. I mean, the school nurse.
Oh.
Yeah, she was expecting you the first day. Remember? I'll remind you Tuesday. Go right to the nurse and give it to her. Because I don't want you getting in trouble for having it on you. You're not supposed to.
Oh my God, she's got drugs.
Because I did tell the nurse in an email, I said I prefer if she kept it with her, because by the time someone gets from the gym to the nurse, if she needs it, she could be in serious trouble. But she said they have walkie-talkies, so they can talk to the nurse from the gym. So that made me feel better anyways, because, you could fly down there. Yeah. But they are going to watch her because it's only when she's moving around a lot, And there may be some gym periods that she's not moving around. They may be watching a movie on something or just taking a walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I have to run around the school building most of the time.
They got to run around the school building, she said, most of the time.
Well, she did 3 laps around the house, so.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, Ginger Ninja, of putting a second inhaler in her because they give you 2 per prescription. So she's got 2. Yeah. And I was thinking of having her just have one in her school bag, because what happens if on the way home, I pick her up and she needs it, and the one that she has is in school in the nurse's office. So I'm thinking I might just keep one in her bag as long as she keeps it quiet and doesn't tell anybody. It's there, Or what if she went to a friend's house after school? And you know what I mean? So even in her pocketbook, keep it in her little pocketbook, but she don't always take that. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I can see how red my face got.
Mm-hmm.
The sun yesterday. Yeah, Ginger Ninja, they are too. They make their little avatars and they make themselves with new color hair and different outfits. And hey, prep for it. Have a good day. I know I just did a few things before I got on here. Yeah, so that's all they really do. And they watch. Todd likes to watch TV. He likes to watch series. He loves Lost.
Yeah.
He watches, it's enjoyable for him. Yeah. He does not like to be around a lot of people. It isn't his thing.
Yeah.
I get it. This is how wine becomes your friend. I'm at a point in my life, I've raised kids my whole life. So if they want me, they'll come find me. If they want to spend time with me, they'll tell me, let's watch a movie or something. But I don't interfere. I try not to interfere. Make them do things.
I worry about you, Lee. When these kids grow up and get out of the house and you have to go through the empty house syndrome, I think it's going to be bad.
Probably so.
And the bad thing is, the thing that's going to make it even worse is the cat's going to be going through it.
The cat's going with her.
You better hope so.
Mhm.
She might go to some college where they don't allow a cat in the dorm and you got to keep it, and the cat's going to be flipping out. And that's going to make you panic even more because of the cat.
Yep. I've been raising kids since I was 19.
Mhm.
19. Haven't stopped.
Yep. You won't know what to do yourself.
Nope. And there's a
You're
lot of people
gonna
that
have
go through it.
you're gonna have 2 rooms to decorate and make them your rooms.
They're going to be food storage and water storage.
No,
You're
at
not
least gonna have a knitting room and a sewing room.
I don't have patience for that shit.
Yep.
Nope. I'm going to have nicely stocked, perfectly organized.
You could have a Thrive Life room and
Yep. I already know it. But I don't think that Todd's ever, I don't know. He may. But I'll always keep one room. Always keep one room
yeah.
for when people come over. Or if my kids ever had to come back.
Yeah, no proper setting. You got to still sleep in your truck.
I wonder if he's sleeping.
I have
Chris
no
said they
idea.
stayed up. Chris did. He went to bed and then they were still staying. He was still on.
Yeah, I woke up at 2 to go to the restroom, and I was going to lay back down his house. He was on, and I saw them still on. I saw Dusty and Moonlight with him, and I'm like, what? Still? I'm like, nah, I turned it off. I went to bed.
I was in bed really early. I got up off the couch. I think it was, God, right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I was out. I didn't even turn usually I'll turn it on and watch it in there. And I didn't even do that. I grabbed the remotes. I laid down and I didn't even get the TV turned on before I was out.
Well, you're out all day.
Yeah.
Moving around. And
He said he went on.
you moved more that day than you had in a couple of weeks. So
He was, he said he went into Dangerous Freedoms for a minute to say hi. And then he got out of that and went to bed.
yeah.
But I was out. I did watch a little bit this morning and I got to see Moonlight's daughter. God, spit an image of her.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful girl. And I thought it was her talking. That's how close the voice sounds.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they sound alike.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I have a relationship with Sierra like that when she gets that age. I really do. Because I've waited my whole life to have that closeness with my daughter.
Yeah.
She's going to go through her teenage stuff. She's going to go through her little rebellion like I did. But I can't wait till she gets to the point where we can actually do things together that interest both of us.
Yeah. Hey, Mom might know something. Might not know everything, but she might actually know something. She gets to that stage.
Yeah. So Moonlight is, I envy her. She's got that time with her daughter. So I hope I'm here for that.
Yeah, I think she's got it with both daughters. So.
Oh, she has 2 daughters?
Yeah. At least that's my understanding. She has 2 daughters. One's a bartendress with the kids, and I can't remember what the other one does.
Oh, okay.
But I think she lives out of town, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. I hope to God I have that time with Sierra when she gets older. I think about that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm already 50, and I'll probably be really much older and not do as much. I'm limited now on what I can do. There's no way I could go to a bar with my daughter.
Yeah, you can't say you're 50 when you're still in your 40s. Now stop that.
49.
Hey, that's still 49. That's not 50.
My body feels a lot older.
That's because you didn't ride the. I was like, go, Sierra, go. No, hold on. She was riding the mechanical bull, that calf. I was watching that. I'm like, God, don't fall. No, she's leaning out, leaning the other way. And then she fell off. Like,
Some of those rides I wanted to try, and I knew how I would be hurting, and I didn't do it. Last time I went, I did some of those rides, and I was hurting. So I didn't dare this time. I didn't dare, but I still want to get on some of them. Not, I
Yeah.
would have loved to do the big one that they went on, but the
Yeah.
three of them wanted to do it together. So I I didn't dare.
Yeah.
And that kid acts sweet as gold in front of me,
Mhm.
but he's a troubled child. That's the one that has given them her and Sam a lot of hard times because he's had a very rough upbringing. His mom and dad
Yeah.
are not together, and she abused him, and I guess he was abused
Yeah.
several different ways. And he's back with his dad, but now he's rebellious, and he doesn't do. It's now in him. He's messed up,
Yeah.
and so he's put a lot of stress on her and Sam because he'll say, "Oh, you guys don't," he'll say things,
Yeah.
and then he'll say he's going to kill himself, and nobody would care, and he gets them feeling guilty to keep the attention on him.
Yeah.
And then he does things that are going to get himself in trouble. Like I think yesterday, because he got his phone taken away for a month. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, I'm sure his father just didn't dump him there with $30 and no plan.
Yeah.
I think there was a plan. He was supposed to meet him back there by 2:00, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And then he played on his phone so much that the battery died. And I'm sure his father told him, make sure you keep that phone on.
Yeah.
And he didn't choose to do those things.
Yeah.
And so he got himself in trouble because I asked him questions. I'm like, do you know when you're supposed to meet your dad? Or are you supposed to meet your dad? And there was a lady sitting right down at the other end of the table listening to the whole thing. And she's like, oh my God. And we look at each other and she was like, yeah, oh my God. Because she understood what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he did what he was supposed to do.
No, well, a lot of kids that age don't.
No, but that was his test at being responsible. And I think he failed at it.
Yep. And he doesn't realize that. Now he's in trouble and he's going, well,
Yep. So now his
sponsor your dad might have let you stay there longer and gave you more money too.
He was supposed to be able to go back today. I don't know if he went back because now the kids can't talk to him. He has no phone.
Yeah.
For a month.
No, I guarantee he didn't go today.
Probably not. That's what Sierra said to Sam because her friend Sam, she's very gullible and she doesn't think. And I guess they were talking and she's like, Sam, I don't think he's going to be going back today. And Sam kept trying to stick up for him. Like it wasn't his fault that any of this happened. And Sierra's like, no, Sam, he was supposed to do something and he didn't do it.
Yep.
So that's my daughter compared to her friend. So
yeah,
that's the kind of girl that's going to try to drag my daughter into doing things. I can already see it. That are not right. And I've already seen that to Sierra.
And there are kids out there like that too. That's what the ones you got to worry about.
Yep. Oh, I was one of those girls. My friend Holly dragged me into a lot of things that I normally wouldn't have done. I was the one that followed right along for a long time. So I can see it. So I tell Sierra, I love her, but she is the type, she does things without thinking things through. And you need to be very cautious when you're doing things with her because she could drag you into a bad situation.
Yeah.
And you know better than that. And she does because she tells Sam all the time.
Yeah.
She'll tell her, no, that's not right, Sam. No, we're not doing that, Sam. No.
Yeah.
And the thing is Sam's mother is awesome. She's been there. But she's not there all the time because she works. I happen to have the luxury of being around her a lot. I never had that luxury with my boys. I was working full time. I didn't see what they were doing. And I'm finding out now that they're 30, some of the crazy stuff they did that I would have never approved of.
Yeah.
I'm like, you did what? Yeah. Because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I admit it. I didn't know what I was doing. So, and I don't always know what I'm doing now, but I'm trying better. I'm just tired. Hey, Ginger Ninja, I got married and I was 19. I wasn't pregnant either, Jeff. Wow. Are you still married to the same person, Jeff? Hey, Sandra.
and then no one's gonna want to be your friend because you're doing.
I didn't get married, but I was with my boy's father from the age of 15 to 25. And that was my first relationship. And that's what I thought what a relationship was supposed to be. And it really wasn't.
Wow.
It really wasn't. You know, it took me years of undoing that damage to myself, realizing that's not how I was supposed to be. I was supposed to talk and listen, not fight and argue. But we all go through it. Everybody's different. Oh, wow, you've been same marriage. Wow, congratulations, dude.
Yeah, he's only 20, so he's only been married a year. Right, Jeff? Just joking. I know he's been around for a while.
My parents have been married the whole time since the year before I was born, and they're still together. So it's been a long time. They've only I think my mother they only dated each other, if I remember correctly, when they were in school.
No.
But it's more, they still live the way it was then, where she stays home. She's he runs the roost, you know?
Yeah.
Going on 41 years. Well, congratulations, Jeff. You're doing something right, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk later, Jeff.
I've had to learn to stop and talk instead of fight and yell. That was my big thing.
Yeah.
I had to learn it. Took me a while, but I learned that that's not the way that it's supposed to be. But
no, it's equal right down the middle.
You treat him the way you want him to treat you. That's how I had to learn that, because I wasn't treated. When I first got with the boy's father, it was great until we had our first son, and then that was it. He totally changed towards me. I was the bad one, and anything that happened was my fault, whether I had anything to do with it or not, or if a car broke down, it was my fault. It's like I couldn't win either way, no matter what I did.
Oh, that sounds like it's gonna be nice, Lady Cask. You find that bench like that.
Hey, Tennessee Ridge Runner.
Right.
With cross beams. Yeah, farmhouse style would be nice. You know whose house I really like? It's Whippoorwill Holler. Their video. They built a cabin. And it's a simple cabin. It's nothing fancy. She's got a working pantry, and her canning stuff is all right there on the wall in her kitchen. It's a really cute place. She's got the old stove in there. Everything's like open. Oh, I just love it. But it's nothing extravagant.
Yeah.
But she's decorated it beautifully, and it's the layout is the way you want it when you want to be comfortable and not have all these places in the house that you don't need.
Yep.
You know, so they planned it. I believe they designed and planned it themselves and built it. And it every part has a function, which is nice. It really is nice. If we pay this house off and decide to not leave, which I know I want a place of my own in some woods, but realistically, will it ever happen? Probably not.
No.
You know, because starting over in a new place, or either building one or remodeling one, it's a lot of money, a lot of time. And at the age that we're going to be at when that happens,
Yep.
are we going to want to do that? Or are we going to put money away to live on when we get older? You know?
Definitely a lot of work.
It is. And the more I think about it, you know, if we just stay here, then we can invest in the home we have.
Well,
and not have to pack up and move and deal with, you know, a septic system or a new, I don't know. We could always put a well in here if we had to, things like that. And we could redo the house to make it more accessible to what we need after it's paid off.
yeah.
or we could pay it off, sell it, and start over. But that's just a lot of work again.
Yeah.
It really is. And at that point, he's going to be in his 50s. I'm going to be even older than that by 7 years. At that point, we're going to need to make this house accessible for me to get around, like in case I need a wheelchair ramp or something at that point, because my knees are shot now. Can you imagine what it's going to be like later?
Get one of those two-wheel, I can't remember what they're called. You just stand there and hold it, and it moves while you stand there holding it.
But
the mall cop had one.
oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
When we bought this house, no. Paul Blart, no.
Yeah, I can see you going down the dirt road to the mailbox on that every day. Check the mail.
Nope. I'll do a pulley system. Have them put it inside of a little basket or something, and I'll pull it to me.
Yeah.
But this house, when we bought it, the outside, when you walk in, he had metal mounts put on the house when you're coming up the cement steps for when you get older. So that was already there for them, because I know the husband died first, I believe, but I think the wife had issues, mobility issues.
Yeah.
So they were installed already on the outside of the house, so you could hold yourself up when you're coming in. It's only a couple steps, but still, it must have been hard for whoever it was.
Yeah.
So they did that, and like I said, everything's on one level, so I could rearrange and have the washer and dryer, a small washer and dryer. At that point, I'm only going to need a small one, like put in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I'd rather, and the more I think about it, as much as I want to get away, I want to get this house paid off, but I also want to have what I need, so I'm not a burden.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, as much as hillsides are here, the cheapest hillside, I'm looking for like no more than 5 acres was a hillside, so I'm gonna dig into it, and $1 million minimum.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about just getting 5 acres flat land somewhere, building a bunker, and then putting, like the military does, all the dirt and everything over it. That way I can still park an RV right into the bunker and just set it there, put it on blocks. I'll live in the RV, and tornadoes or anything comes, close the doors. I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about nothing. Nothing's going to blow around anything except the crops and the animals if I don't get them inside somewhere. So,
Sounds like you have it planned out.
well, I'm gonna that's my plan B. I mean, I don't want a super big hill. It's just something I could dig a big old tunnel. I was going to put a freaking trailer or RV in there, nothing big, and just live out of that and concentrate more on the land, but worry about building a house later. As many tornadoes we get around here, they're still used to building a nice, expensive house out in the country. Tornadoes going to come around a year later and take it out.
Yep. And that's what I've been watching more and more, is everything going on.
Yeah.
It's like, my God, things are happening here that never happened before in my lifetime anyway, and seeing that just kind of has been opening up my eyes more. And not so much the tyrannical bullshit with the government, more of the weather here.
Yeah.
It's scaring me a little bit, not to the point I'm freaking out, but it's scaring me as far as opening my eyes up and seeing, okay, this stuff can happen.
Yeah.
Just because I haven't seen it in my lifetime, I'm starting to see little things now. Tornadoes in the next town, tornadoes in the same town I was living in. It took me, I never seen that in our area up until I got older, and more it's happening now.
Yeah.
Which means it's not it doesn't just target one area. It just wherever it touches down.
Yeah. And you got to remember, the government's pushing this global warming thing to get more money. So they say they're spending it on global warming and climate change, but they're not. They're putting it in their pocket and use it for whatever they need. The world has been around with this type of weather for millions of years. They've only been tracking weather for less than 100.
Yeah.
So they're not experts. And if anybody calls themselves an expert in weather, they're lying to you. I'm more of an expert because I'm smart enough to understand the earth is going to go through its own cycles.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
And
fall.
like you said, they're pocketing money. Don't you think that they would have had cures for a lot of these things that have been going on since God knows when, if they
Yeah.
hadn't been pocketing half of this money all these years?
Yeah.
You know?
As many millions of billions of dollars that they've gotten throughout the whole world. You would think they know how to stop a hurricane by now out in the ocean before it hits land. No.
People have donated and they continue to donate to all these causes, and these causes are still here all these years later.
Yeah.
These problems, cancer, diabetes, these things. If you're getting so much money in research grants and people donating and whatever for years and years since I was a little kid,
Yeah.
you would think there would be some kind of cures for some of this stuff by now.
Yeah.
They don't do it because they make their money on these sick people with the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah. And
They
if
don't
they
want
do
to
have, they're not going to release the cure because it's cutting their risk on their paycheck.
The only cures are going to be for the people that are wealthy and can afford it and that are contributing to the higher ups.
Yeah. They'd be like, oh, we got an experimental drug here. It's going to cost $1 million. Do you want it? And they'll get fixed. But it was an experimental drug.
The biggest donors, the biggest money donors get the life-saving stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And I could be wrong, but I'm almost, like I said, I'm 49. They've been battling cancer. They've been battling leukemia. They've been battling this. They've been battling all these things all my life. Testing, research. Why isn't there a cure for at least one type?
Yeah.
There's none. And all the billions of dollars that have been put into this over the course of my life and before my lifetime, there should have been some kind of cure by now, for at least something. Yeah, you're expecting us to believe that this vax is going to work in such a short amount of time. Please.
Yeah.
You can't even get decent cures for any of these other things.
Yeah.
So, don't.
You got to read between the lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know there's COVID out there. Yes, I believe it's real. It's affecting the human body, and if you don't know your body, what's wrong with it, you won't know how COVID's going to affect it. But when you go to the emergency room, they're not going to know nothing about your body unless it's your own doctor.
Yeah.
So they're going to give you the treatment that they give everybody, and if it kills you, oh, you died from the big one because you didn't take the vaccination. But the vaccination is not a cure.
No, it's not. Hey, Lori's World.
They're already showing that it's not.
Yep. Hey, John T. McGill.
Just remember, for y'all that voted for Potato Head, your president said everybody that's unvaccinated, that's the problem. That's why the unemployment's all the way down. Well, it's not our job, vaccinated, not vaccinated, to create jobs. It's his job and his administration. They failed by 500,000. They got plenty of people that took the vaccination. They got 6% of the country. Why aren't they at work? Because they're collecting their unemployment checks. They don't want to work. It's proven that the other party does not want to work. They want free handouts and make the right party freaking do all the work.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I didn't go back to work, but I chose not to go back because I don't want to be out there. I think it's too soon for my situation to go out there. But I also didn't squander that money. It's all put away.
Yeah.
All of it for when they come knocking and wanting it back somehow.
Yeah. And they will.
I know they will. I seriously think it's going to happen.
And people are going to be shocked when the tax season comes around in March.
That's exactly why. Like I said, I spent some in the beginning up until we had to start mandating that work search log. Because in the beginning, everybody was entitled to it.
Yeah.
At that certain date in June, they made it so that they were opening things back up, and now you had to actively be seeking work
Yeah.
and keeping the detailed work log, which I have. I check on Indeed.com every time on the dates that I did. I would go in and log in and look. And I made sure I wrote how long I was on there. I kept a time limit on how long. Some days I was on 25 minutes. Some days I was on 30, searching through the job listings so that I have that log that they required. But I put every penny since that date away for when they come back saying, oh, no, you owe this much back.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
It's bad one is connection.
Same thing with because remember when I read to you guys on here that I got the letter saying that I had overpaid with the unemployment the last year and they weren't taking taxes out of everybody and they were going to refund us that money.
Yeah.
Then I got a letter saying after researching and auditing me, they said we didn't qualify. Then I got the money in the bank anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, something's wrong here. Because first they said I was entitled to it. Then they said in a letter I wasn't. And then they sent it to me. So there's something screwy on their end.
Yeah.
And they're going to come back for that money eventually.
Yeah.
So it's all put away.
I'm just ready for it to go back to normal. Then I'm going to go hit them up again and get why, if everybody was eligible for it, did you not deny it to me because I had a retirement?
Yes, I remember you were talking about that.
Because if everybody was eligible for it, I should have been eligible at least for that. And they would not let me. And I saw the letters and all that because I'm receiving retirement that I'm not eligible for unemployment. Well, that has nothing to do with it. It's like all the job places I went to, oh, we're going to offer you less because you get a retirement check. And I've dealt with companies like that too. It's like, no, that has nothing to do with me working for you and you paying me. But there's companies out there, they find out you're retired military. Oh, they want to pay you the least amount because you're already making. I was like, that's not my fault. You could have done the same thing I did. You're penalizing me for trying to get ahead of the game.
I think a lot has to do with people took this time of layoffs to reevaluate their lives too and say what they're going to put up with and what they're not. And they were in shitty jobs before getting treated like crap. And they realized, you know what, I can go back and learn something new and do something totally different. And I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah.
And I think that has a lot to do with it too, because it opened up my eyes. I don't want to go back to work and deal with certain things every day and the stress or the aggravation or the wear and tear on my body.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. And I think a lot of people in those other jobs that were high stress jobs or getting them nowhere, or they were making just tips. You know what I mean? They don't want to go back to that. So they're going to get a new skill.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them because you know what? It's a lot of time for reflection during this last year and a half for some people.
Yeah. The smart ones went back to school, even if it was online, just to learn something during this time.
Exactly. You were, some jobs you were treated like crap. You were, hit, there was a lot of things that you wouldn't bring up because you were afraid of getting fired.
Yeah.
And people just didn't want to go back to that. Some of it didn't have anything to do with the extra money.
Yeah.
Some did, but some didn't.
Yeah.
It works both ways. And I know for me, I was a damn good worker at what I did. My work ethic I never was late for work. And I always stayed late and I always went above and beyond. But some of these younger people didn't.
Yeah.
And it was hard to deal with that when every day was stressed. When you get to your desk and you feel like you're having a heart attack. It's like, you know what? I can't deal with this anymore. I'm putting my heart and soul into this job. Times where I put my kids last.
Yeah.
And I missed out on their field trips and I missed out on their school plays and because I couldn't take the time off or I didn't want to ask, or someone else in my department, she got asked first and she got the time off and I didn't.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? And when I saw what was, I wised up. And it's like, do I really want to go back to that again? No. I'll figure something else out. So now I'm doing the Thrive Life. It's not bringing a whole crap ton of money, and it's definitely not replacing my income.
Yeah. Well, at least it's helping.
Something.
It's helping you get to a goal that you want for later on in life, at least.
Yep. I want to pay my mortgage off. And once tax time rolls around and I pay the taxes for the year, the rest is going toward the mortgage. A big chunk of it's going to go towards the mortgage and pay that down. That's what it was going to be, a solar generator, but I think we're going to just work on our mortgage.
Yeah.
You
I'd
know?
work on that first.
Yeah.
Have money just set aside in emergency if you need to go rush out and get one because everything's gone to poop. But
Yep.
pay
Well, I
the
still have
mortgage
money
is-
elsewhere, but the Thrive Life money is going to be first.
Yeah.
Taxes first,
Yeah.
because I'm that independent contractor type thing, and I don't spend a dime of that money. It's not a whole lot. I've spent way more on the product than I've made, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm not touching that money. I could easily, the old Lee, before I smartened up, would have had all that money spent already.
Yeah. Hey, I got an email that they shipped mine out.
Did they?
I can't track it though.
I don't know if there's a. Let me see if in your account there's a track.
Well, I got a tracking number and all that, but I can't track one of UPS.
Oh,
And that's the reason I want to bring it up. UPS, so people are getting stuff and it's delayed from the day they're expecting it. Is certain states are being delayed because Ida, all the flooding and all that, other weather conditions, or because of the CV stuff going on. I know Texas is delayed. They said it'll be 3 days and I'd get it, but they mailed it out on Friday, and I'm not getting it until this next Friday, according to UPS, which is not a big thing. I just want to know roughly around the 2 days possible, so I'm looking for it so it doesn't get freaking stolen off the porch.
mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I'm looking for. So, hey, if I gotta wait till Thursday, Friday, that's fine with me. I know it's on its way. No big thing.
Right, right.
So,
Yep.
but a lot of people don't realize that. I went to the UPS and actually read all their banners that they had, and they had 3 pages worth.
Oh, wow.
And it was, Florida's affected with one thing, Louisiana and everything all the way up to the Northeast, those others. And then, of course, Texas and Louisiana is also because of the CV thing. So,
Yep.
but if people don't read it, they don't know. Hey, it's got to be delayed. Thrive could say this many days, but because UPS, they have to work within their guidelines, it's going to be delayed.
Just remember, they have another company packaging it. So if you get one dent, you call them or email them or chat with them, and they will replace it.
Yeah.
Do not accept that. They'll just send you a new one and use the dented one first. You know what I mean? Because they want to know, because this is more proof so that they can bring it to that company and say, look, this is what we're dealing with. Either you stop or we're going to move to a different company.
Yeah, I've been lucky so far. All my orders, nothing's been dented. But I think it's before they started using this company. So
Probably so, because I had no dented cans before.
Yeah. Well, I'm expecting to have a dent this time because I saw the ones that y'all had. I'm like, well, as long as it's not all scattered in the box and I can't even use it, and then that would really tick me off.
Right?
So I'll open it up, take a picture of it with it all scattered in the box. How am I supposed to use this?
That's what they ask. They ask you to send pictures to support@thrivelife.com. And you send pictures, and they actually start the refund process right there while you're on the phone with them.
Yeah.
Because by the time I got off the phone, it was all already in there. My refund, my Thrive credit, everything was there.
Yeah.
Before I even got off the phone.
Yeah.
So just make sure if you see something, do not accept, do not let it go. Just that they want to hear about it. Just had Spam and mac and cheese. Ooh, that's a good way to try. I have Spam in the cabinet. I took it upstairs so I could try it.
Spam and mac and cheese. Ooh.
My ex-boyfriend, he was Spanish, and he used to make this thing with Spam, and I forget, crushed pineapple, and I don't remember what else, and he would make it into a ball. There was more to it than that, but it was for like crackers. Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah, it was like some kind of cheese dip, like the cheese balls, but with Spam and stuff. Yeah.
Because I had never heard of Spam until he asked me to buy it one time, and he put it together.
Yeah.
And oh my God.
Yeah.
After I broke up with him, I never had it again, though. Because I never got the recipe. He just made it up. He knew the recipe.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll all get there, Shadow Dancer. It'll get there.
Yeah.
It'll get there. they've been pretty good about getting everything out to us. I've not had anything that I haven't actually. I mean, it's some stuff is back ordered, but I get it eventually.
Yeah.
Jiggle like Jello.
Hey, I'm just happy that they got the pomegranate yogurt bites and they're on the way. I've been waiting since March. Get ask Lee. I've been bugging her. It's like, I want my pomegranate.
Yep. I haven't even gone on in a couple days to the site. If I do, I know myself, so I'm trying to stay off it.
101. How you doing?
Yes, you're going live.
Hey, if you're gonna mention it, you might as well explain it here. Don't make us wait.
Oh, good.
Stop being liberal, 101. Spill the beans.
Okay, y'all. You know when my Heine's going to be right over there on the couch with him on the big screen.
Well, so much for that Yahtzee game I was going to start tonight. Thanks, 101.
Oh, no. I need me some 101 for a little while tonight.
Yes, she does.
I do.
I'm just messing with you, 101. We'll wait.
I'm willing to wait.
Yeah, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, or 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central.
Yes, tell us your
Clarify.
time, please.
Clarify, please. At least that.
Lori's World. Tell us now. I'm willing to wait. I just want to make sure I get the right time. Are you not changing your time, right? Same time?
Well, he hasn't been on in a couple of days, so am I supposed to remember his normal time anymore?
I totally get the need for some pullback and some rest. Trust me. I've been feeling it these last couple of weeks that I needed to just, that's why I'm not dropping a video every single day, because I got to back away sometimes and just do stuff around the house. Let's just say family is now not family. Yes, Nina, as usual. Okay. My Heine will be right over there on the couch.
And it will be. You know, Lee, she has to be on the big screen with you.
Yeah, when he comes on, I put on the big screen. I had the live stream on the big screen too last night. Chris's Stedding's live stream.
Shadow Dancer. 101 psyching us out.
Please don't do that. I'm gonna be right there waiting. But I totally get it. You need a break. You work hard. You work now. You work during the day.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. With everything going on, I noticed I'm worn out more. Just worn out. Just talking about things sometimes, and all the prepping that I do behind the scenes, because a lot of it I don't even videotape anymore. I just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have seen me vac seal. You guys have seen me do a lot of things. I don't feel like I have to take a video every time I do vac sealing.
Yeah.
You know, so I've already done it. So I kind of just do it. And when I'm not on a live, I'm running around doing stuff. And so it's not like I'm not prepping.
Yeah.
I still got to go and bring all those canning jars downstairs that have stuff in them. I let them sit for a few days to a week before, just so I can check the seals for a good week after.
Yeah. Nope. Understand 101. No pressure on that.
Yeah. You're human, dude. First of all, you're you, and you don't have to explain to any of us.
Yep.
We are not, you don't owe any of us anything. You don't. Same thing with all of us here. I come on here, when I first started this, my main thing was to get over my fear of being on camera and having something for my kids and my grandkids to see when I'm gone.
Yeah.
Then I started. Huh?
They're gonna be like, "That was Grandma." Man, she talked a lot.
Yeah. And then I started enjoying myself because of everybody here, to where I wanted to tune in every day with you guys. That's all it was. And I just got through canning 6 jars of Pinto and 4 pint jars of chili beans. Good going. Good going.
Notice he said chili beans. So there is beans in chili.
Yeah, I thought there was.
Yep.
I don't eat chili, so that would kill me. That would destroy my stomach. Like I can't have things with a lot of buttermilk in it or cream, heavy whipping cream.
Yeah, I don't like the heavy whipping cream myself.
It tears my stomach up bad. Same thing with like chilies. I tried chilies when I was younger, and chili, the big pots of chili.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ginger Ninja. Before he was constantly checking on news, and it takes time to do videos. It takes time
Yeah.
to do live streams. It's a lot behind the scenes of it that nobody really understands.
Yeah. And then when you do your stream, then you got people coming in 20, 30, 40 minutes late wanting to repeat everything you've just been talking about. That gets frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know if you watch the 3 parts to my last videos with the Woodstock Fair, a lot of it got jumbled. When I took it off my camera, I put all my clips in the order I take them off, in the order that they're on there. But something happened to my desktop in the middle of it all, because there was so many, that my desktop blinked and fuzzed out. And then I lost some of the clips, and then they moved to another part of my desktop. So when I went to go put them back, I didn't know which part, where they were in the sequence. So some of those, when I rewatched it on TV, I'm like, Chris, the part with Sierra wearing that outfit was supposed to be the last clip. And then there was a clip of that blue mouse trap where she went in.
mm-hmm.
That should have been way in the beginning. So a lot of my clips were moved.
Oh, that's fine. It just showed everything. We enjoyed just watching them.
Yeah, and the Subway, that sub with the pepper, or the onions and the ham steak.
Yeah.
There was 2 clips. One was, they were supposed to be together, and one was in the beginning, and one was towards the middle. I'm like, how did it get moved over there?
Yeah, I saw that sandwich. I'm like, ooh, I bet it smelled good.
It did. That was the first thing I smelled. When you walk into those fairs, you first smell the sausage and peppers and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But all those clips got jumbled around somehow. And instead of me taking the time to start over and pull them back off my phone again, and then pull them into the Filmora thing that I use,
Yeah.
I was tired. There was like at least 80 clips
Yeah.
that had to be put in place. And I was like, you know what? As it was, I had to do it in 3 parts, because that would have been over an hour long video.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'll do it in 3 parts.
I will try to download my phone again. There. I've already done my chore thing so I can respond to Freehandly and you and everybody else on the chore. I just can't download it off my phone.
I just did another one because who was it that put our name out there? Gardner Josh. He did one and blasted our name out. And at first I said, no, I'm not doing another one. He didn't realize we had already done one.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it, because I don't want to make him have to find another person to do it.
No,
So
I don't get him look for another person.
So we did it. Our plan was to do it on Chris rolling cigarettes. But then when this happened this morning, we taped that with the pump. So Chris finished off the video, and I got it. I just got to put it up now. And in the video, he says, Gardner Josh, I'm not calling anybody else out on this. You're going to call it out. So he still expects Gardner Josh, if he wants someone else to do it, to do it. But we did the video. I just got to drop it.
Wait, the last 2 times it was Chris. You're the one that got called out, not Chris. And both times it's Chris doing the work. Okay, I'm going to call you out on my video then. And I'm going to put Lee Lazarick, not Chris Lazarick.
I was down there dealing with him when he was in a funky mood. I was part of it. Trust me. I did the most dangerous part of it all. You just don't know.
That's not the chore. That's just the responsibility of the wife.
I was supposed to be standing over at the table with him and videotaping while he rolled the cigarettes.
See, Firefly agrees with me.
And originally it wasn't even going to be the cigarettes. It was going to be, we were going to set the phone on a tripod today and go put the pool and cover the pool together, because you need both of us. So we were going to stand it up and have it focused on both of us. But then this whole debacle happened with the pump. So we didn't even get to the pool today. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just go videotape him while he's down there working on the sump pump while we have the opportunity. And forget the cigarettes and forget the pool. We'll just do this. And then I kept coming upstairs to get him a cigarette or do this or do that. And he'd be working on it down there. I'm like, wait till I get down there with the camera. And he got it all finished. He got it all finished. And so then finally I gave him the camera. I says, I was talking to my mom because I was asking my dad, before he finally finished the pump, there was still a big piece of that stuff stuck in there. Yeah. And he couldn't get the bottom off. So I called my mom and dad because my dad's like MacGyver. He's got everything known to man in his cellar. And I asked him, you know, if we could take the pump over there and he might have a tool that could get the part off. And then in the middle of all that, I hear him squealing, I got it. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, I got to go. So I went down there and he finished it up. He put the thing back together and he videotaped it working. So I was like, thank God. But yeah, my dad's like that. He makes things out of nothing. And it's all, I think, because he's at that age where, I mean, he built his own sawmill. He's not one to throw things away unless he's absolutely sure he can't fix it. So, Shadow Dancer. I wish I could have did a live. I was thinking about that. Should we do a live from here? But I don't know. We were in and out of service. So I would have lost, you know, it would have been just like when I'm trying to go somewhere and I lose you guys.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go through all that because I was trying to stay away from people and I had to watch where I was walking.
Yeah, I'm the same with you, Shadow Dance. I enjoyed it going somewhere with them and not actually leaving the house.
It's a big place. According to Chris, we didn't even get through the whole thing. I think he said there was 4 more long rows of tents and stuff. And I don't know. I was so lost that I thought we had already covered some of these places twice. But so many of the tents are different tents, but the same stuff they're selling. You can tell they must get it off of Alibaba or something and have it shipped from China. Like there's these new things that come out and you pop the poppies. They're like the, you know, fidget spinners were a thing.
Uh-huh.
These things are these flimsy colored rubber. And they've made them into shapes like butterflies or superheroes. And all you do is pop them in and out. There's little circles. And they're the biggest thing now. Just like the fidget spinners were a couple years ago. And it's a bunch of crap made in China.
Yeah.
And it's all the rage. Sierra got one. But they have them huge. And then they have little purses made out of them. All it is you just pop your finger in the little rubber hole and it's next to each other. And you flip it over and pop them back through. That's it. And they're an armored. They must get them for like 25 cents a piece wholesale through China. And then they're selling them for $10, $20, $25. That's like redonkulous. But it's the big thing now. And every tent that was set up were all the same kinds. They're selling them all. I don't know. They're not rubber band. Let me see if I can find it. Where's your thing, your coffee thing? You even know where it is? Where's the other one? All right, so let me put my light on and show y'all. Well, this is the biggest craze now. These are small ones. The other ones there was other ones like I'm telling you this big of Peppa the Pig or Mickey Mouse or what? Dinosaurs or butterflies, but this is it.
Oh wow.
And all you do is you pop your little finger in here. That's it.
Mom, you're doing it wrong.
I'm doing it wrong.
It has to be satisfying.
Oh, it's got to be satisfying. Like this one was $10. And there's only a few little holes. I mean, Hello?
It's actually a game.
How is it a game?
Okay, so sometimes there's a dice, but sometimes there's not. It depends how you play. But the last person to pop the bubble, you have to stay in your own row. There's one person who starts on this side and one person who starts on this side. And if you're the last one to pop a bubble, you lose. You can pop as many in your own row, but you can't go on other people's rows.
This is the big thing of 2021, people.
And it's not just those.
This is a
There's
small one. Some of these are humongous, and they have little purses made out of it too.
and phones.
And every table at this fair had the same ones because they're from China. It literally said on the package, made in China. What are they called?
Pop it.
Yeah. But I mean,
That one was from Steak.
people are making millions on this crap. Crap. I wish to God my ideas would come to fruition. We can get this stuff shipped from China, but we can't get anything else shipped from China,
I'll stick to the Pop Rocks.
right? But every single table had this kind of stuff. You saw some in the video, some of the stuff, like they had tapestries hanging and
There's also other ones. There's Wacky Tracks, and there was
oh, the fidget spinners.
fidget
They
spinners,
have those made out of fidget spinners.
Oh my God.
Simple Dimples.
You know that stuff was pennies to be made,
Yeah.
and they're charging big bucks at these fairs. If you mock a new thing, you're old now. I know.
You're old.
Because I remember back in my day, it was those charms you hang on you collect these charms, these plastic charms.
And those rubber bands that were shaped like animals.
Rubber bands, yep. The cinnamon toothpicks. Those were our big things. I'll take this over the Tide Pod. Yeah. Bubble wrap that never pops. Yeah. But, you know, she had a good time. She's hurting today, but.
I'm really hurting.
Well, that's the important thing. She enjoyed herself.
Huh?
Hurts to stand still, hurts to sit down, hurts to lay down.
Yeah. But it was fun watching her smiling and laughing and hanging out with her friends, you know.
Yeah.
They haven't had much of that. Even before this COVID, they would take off for the summer with their dad. So they weren't around with their friends. And then when they were home, it was school. How much fun can you really have when you got to come home and do homework? And then, you know, and then they'd take off for the summer and they couldn't spend it with their friends. They haven't had a typical childhood like I did.
Yeah.
Where I could be with my friends all the time. They've been bounced back and forth so much that it's basically starting over every time they start school because they've been gone the whole summer and haven't been around any of their friends. So they've had a very different upbringing than my older boys did. So, but they've handled it well. They've handled it well. Oh no, these are not $1 or $2 at the flea market. Nope. This one here was $10.
Samantha, there was ones for 25, 35, 40.
Yeah. I'm like, nope. Sorry.
I wanted the big circle one.
I spent $50 on that outfit that you saw, the camo outfit. $50. And it was $39.99 for the top and the bottom, but the lady said since I was her first customer, she'd give me both pieces for $50. Which I know she didn't spend that much because I used to do that same type of stuff, buying and reselling from wholesalers.
Well,
So I know it didn't cost more than probably $8 to $10 for each piece in bulk like that. Also made in China. I had the same business going. I know. I used to buy from bulk.com. I would buy pallets of stuff shipped here and resell it.
Yeah, disgusting things.
No, that was beach towels, and the disgusting things was before your time.
Oh,
Yeah,
but you still did that.
I did. I made good money at it too. I was able to stay home while your dad worked. But yeah, I know all about buying and reselling and dealing with wholesalers. I have a whole directory of wholesalers that I used to deal with. So I know It didn't even come up to $50 what she charged me, but she's got to make money. I know. Yeah, don't be getting back up on those ladders, Shadow Dancer. Yeah, you go through Alibaba, Ginger Ninja, but you have to pay for the freight when you have to pay for the shipping through the containers, and then you have to also pay for the freight truck to come and take your load to your house or wherever you're going to ship it to. And it's different prices depending on where you're going and if the load's big enough to put with other loads. So, I learned all about all that. I could do it all over again, but it's a lot of work, and I don't know. You have to deal with bill of ladings and stuff like that too. Don't give her any ideas. I know. She's a good girl. She knows right from wrong. Is it raining, Sierra? I think it's raining. Oh my God, more water in the basement. Are you kidding me? Yep, it's raining.
Well, he's got the popcorn already, doesn't he?
No, oh yeah, the one he fixed. Yeah, the other ones are still sitting in the box in his room. I mean, in his truck.
Yeah.
Sure.
He doesn't have a room.
No, he doesn't. We're in his room.
Yeah.
And I'm not waking him up. I'm just going to let him be. This is his time off. And like I said, it's raining. He can't do anything anyway. It's pouring. It's like, ugh. I mean, he could go down and do the mouse traps and stuff, but he'll get to it when he gets to it. Hey, Garden State Gardener.
Gardner State.
Yeah. So we had McDonald's on the way home because Sierra wanted fries.
Then I got full really fast.
Yeah. And it's already almost 5 o'clock, and I'm not really hungry right now, so we probably won't do any dinner.
I guess she hasn't discovered the apple pies. The apple pies are better than the fries.
Apple pies.
McDonald's has apple pies. They're really good, too. They're not very big. They would be perfect for you. They're like that long. Yep.
Yeah, I usually buy 4, and I only eat 1. Because one's filling enough for me.
They are. They are. But you can always put them in the fridge.
Yeah. Warm it up later and eat it with a cup of coffee.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They are good. I remember back, they used to have the cookies. Remember the shaped cookies?
Yeah, I used to love those cookies.
Yeah.
I got rid of them.
Yep. Now it's apple slices.
Yeah, right.
She used to like the apple slices. She would have picked the apple slices over the cookies. Todd the other way around. He would have picked the cookies.
Oh my God, one of one's got more flashlights.
Hey, when you can have a flashlight in every part of your home so that no matter where you're at, you can grab a flashlight either to use it to light your way or hit somebody with, you're good.
They're out there, Bob.
Can you grab me a water?
No.
He needs to build a shelf just for his flashlights now.
Right? Remember that, Sierra, when you ask me for something, I'll be like, no.
I can't.
Sure you can.
It hurts to get up.
No, just say I'll do it tomorrow when I'm not hurting, Mom.
I heard even worse than you, girl.
How do you know if you're hurting worse than me?
Because she's got years on you of pain.
Yep. I have problems with my discs in my back since I've been in my 20s, and I feel like they're getting worse now.
Yeah.
I have back pain too.
It was a lot of it had to do with the ice skating because I was trying to train for Olympics back when I was a young girl,
You used to do ice
and I was on the ice more. I mean, literally, I was on the ice well into the night times. They put floodlights out there, and I could say 10, 12 hours sometimes out there daily.
Did you have
and
any outfits?
No, I was training. I was trying to do this so that I could go to the Olympics and do it. And
We probably wouldn't have been here then.
Nope, probably not, because I didn't follow through with any of the things that I.
Yeah, your mom would have been on a Wheatie box.
I was good. I was good, but I think I damaged a lot of my hips.
101. I'm not even gonna, I'll just let you read it. I'm not even going to say it.
She's thinking critically.
Run!
And then after that, after when I was in high school, I wanted to be a police officer, and the guidance counselor, she got me set up with the what do you call that? The police academy at the time, and I screwed off and met my boy's father and quit school. That went downhill.
You should have gotten in the Marines. Then you could be like, what's her name from the Golden Girls?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I could have done a lot of different things, and I was, because I wanted to be a detective. That's what I really wanted to be, and I knew you had to start from the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, and so she signed me up. She had everything. She had all the papers. We filled them all out, and then I got rebellious, and I met my boy's father, and I skipped school that one day, and I got 12 hours detention, and I quit school from there.
Oh, 101's on fire tonight.
Only for the handcuffs. I'm not denying it. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I really wanted to do that. I'd always been interested in that. I read all the books, you know, those kind of books and stuff, but you know, I didn't. But looking back now at what everybody goes through in this day and age, I don't think I'd want to be doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
But handcuffs are a good prepping item. Because if you ever have to repel, don't pull your belt off and try to use that. You're going to let go of that belt when you're freaking repelling across the canyon. And there you go falling. Handcuff, put the handcuffs over the rope, handcuff your hands to it, and slide. You stay connected until you get to the other side. Then you get the key, unlock the handcuffs. There you go. You just repelled across the canyon. People don't think of that.
Assless chaps and handcuffs. Lee's Breakfast Club.
I thought that first item was only in Virginia. I didn't know they shipped those to Massachusetts also.
Chaps? Oh, Mama Bear.
Yep. Lee's Breakfast Club. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey.
In the meantime, your arm is ripped out of its socket.
Yeah, but you didn't fall down the canyon like 101. Trying to hold on to his flashlights, trying to repel.
I'm so glad you're coming back tonight for a stream.
One night only, special event.
Yeah.
Don't expect tomorrow. We'll see. You might not survive tonight.
I will take what I can get. You know, the guy has to rest too. The guy has to rest too.
Yeah.
Well, we're all just because we come on here every day, there are times we got to take a step back a little bit, you know.
I bet he's nervous. He's like, I haven't been on for like 2 days.
I don't think he gets nervous.
Coffee. No, you need your diet.
Oh, look at that. He's saying bruh. Bruh.
Bruh.
She's like, Mom, why can't you just say bruh when you talk to me?
Because you're not a bro. You're a bra. B-R-A. Hey, bra.
If I don't know what else to say, I just say bra. It's like my go-to word.
It's your go-to word.
I should be known for that.
You're not the only one. It's out there. That's the thing.
But I bet I'm in like the top 5 people who say it the most in their day.
And the sad part is she's just bringing up vintage stuff that we said in our time, and they don't realize it. They think they reinvented something, and they didn't.
Bruh.
Next week they'll be saying, "Eat my shorts." Bart Simpson said that in the 80s.
Eat my shorts.
Nobody says that.
Next week there will be.
Next week. Like not too long ago, it was seriously. Every other word was seriously, seriously, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Really?
Remember when it was totally tubular?
Oh, you're getting your Valley Girl days now.
Yeah, totally tubular, man. You have no idea, Sarah. It's just that a lot of things weren't videotaped like they are now.
Yeah.
So it's not so much.
Gorge.
Huh?
Gorge.
Gorge? What is that?
Like gorgeous.
Oh, gorge.
Or like
Yep, exactly. When one has a new meaning today, though.
Yeah.
totes fab.
Totes fab.
I don't know. That's what y'all old people say. Sometimes.
Oh, that's what y'all old people say, is what she just said.
Like back then.
No, back then.
Y'all were kids.
Well, you guys are getting Sierra today. See that? She's here with me. You get to see it from a child's perspective.
I don't consider her a child. I consider her a teenager.
Teen. I was just going to say, yeah, she's not really a child. She's a teen now. I just can't believe how fast it's gone by.
Yep.
I just remember her whizzing around in her walker with the wheels on it under the tables,
Yep.
the kitchen, and and pushing her brother up down the slide in the living room, and when they were learning how to walk, and it's like, my God,
Yeah.
it went so fast,
Yeah.
faster than when the boys were little. It just blows my mind sometimes.
Tune in next time when Lee reminisces about when Sarah was up here with us, like today. And she says, I remember she says, sit right here next to me and we talked to y'all. Lee, that was last week. Calm
No,
down.
right? I get my days all mixed up now.
What day is it? Is it Sunday?
Mm-hmm. All last week I was off a day. All last week. There was not one day that I had the correct day. And then when we left today, and me and Chris were out going to Home Depot, we drove by your school, and I'm like, see, that's where I almost had the pile up the other day. Oh my God, I can't even believe I made that kind of mistake like that. That's so not me. But I did. Oh, I'm not doing it again next week.
Then he said you're
What spill the tea means? Was that like spill the beans? I don't know.
Ask her if she knows. Do you know what spill the tea means?
Yeah.
What?
Tell them the gossip or whatever's going on, or like spill your secret.
Did you hear that, Chicken Noodle? It's with an S. It's the first one. So she said it's when you gossip or you spill the. What did you say?
Spill the tea. Like tell your secret or gossip.
Oh,
That's what it means.
because I always thought it was spill the beans.
Yeah.
No, well,
It still means the same thing.
spill the tea now.
It's like Eminem would say, I know something you don't know.
Mm.
We
Boy,
also have
Chris,
this new thing called cap. That's cap.
that's cap.
Or they'll just say cap. It means you're lying. Or that's a lie.
I never heard that one.
Or when they say no cap, it means they're not lying. Or they could just be saying that for a joke. So you know.
Let's see how smart she is. What city had the big tea party during the Revolutionary?
I think that's when all the tea fell into the ocean at the harbor or whatever. I don't know.
We don't know where it was.
I don't remember.
You
We
start
got
kicking yourself in the butt. It's in your state, so it's a.
Boston.
Now, oh, ding, 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 ding. See, you're smarter than a
Yeah.
The Boston.
ninth grader.
Boston Tea Party. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. She's more into learning stuff than her brother is. Her brother don't give two shits about learning anything. She likes to watch documentaries and animal.
But I don't like to learn it from the teachers. The teachers make everything boring.
Yeah, she could learn. She loves to learn about animals and migrations and all their things that involve animals. She'll sit there and learn it all.
Just go on YouTube and watch them. It's actually entertaining to me.
Mhm. I remember when she was little,
I just saw Aiden do something.
I took her to the library.
I just saw
And
Aiden
she
do
was-
something.
Where?
She was just learning how to read.
Is he still there?
They're right there. And so she went and grabbed some books and went and sat down on a chair by herself. So I was browsing. I finally went over and she's sitting there. She's got a book on breastfeeding. What was the name of the book? I can't even remember, but it was all about.
It was a yellow book.
It was a yellow book and it was all about breastfeeding. The girl was just starting to put sentences together. And this is the book she chose. She's just sitting there with her legs crossed on this nice chair in the library, just reading away.
I wonder what other people were thinking.
Oh my God. I was like, oh my God.
In my mind, okay, don't think I'm gross for this, but in my mind, when I was reading, I thought that if you were going to breastfeed your child, you had to cut your nipple off. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh,
Mm.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You guys are getting an earful today. You know now that it's not true, right? Yeah. But she don't want kids. She wants animals.
Yeah, I don't want kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does that now.
She says that now.
Well, I'm good with kids, sort of. Like Brockton, I'm kind of good with him, but I don't want any of them.
Yeah.
You haven't lived yet.
I have lived enough to know I don't want children.
Yeah. Out of the mouth of babes over here. Oh. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I happened to turn the corner and go over to see what she was reading all about breastfeeding. I'm like, you can't get anything out of the children's section?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just look at the picture. Hey, Mom, you don't do it this way.
there really wasn't any pictures. That's the whole thing. There was no pictures hardly. Maybe one or two
There was like
scattered.
a picture of a pump thing.
It was all words.
Yeah, mostly words. There
It
was
was
like
mostly
tiny
words.
non-colored pictures, and there's like this pump thing, and I was like, what the?
Yeah, no, it was mostly words. I have to say there wasn't very many pictures at all, and it was an older book. It wasn't something newer. I decided I was never having kids when I was 13 too. Stick to your. She wants animals. She wants to work with animals. She wants, a lot of animals. She knows what she wants, and it hasn't strayed. She's thought this way for a long time now, years. So it's not like it's just something that's going to pass. You know what I mean? I don't think it will. With her, I think this is something that she'll do. If we set her up in the right places for schooling and all that, I think
Well-
she'll stick with it.
According to all the people that like to terrify everybody in the world, by then there's not going to be no animals. Everything's going to be extinct but humans.
Could be.
Then what's she going to do? She's going to have a baby just to call it her kitty.
She's like, no. Yeah, her dad works with animals.
Animals are my drive.
Yeah.
They're like I'm not a drug addict, but they're basically if I was a drug addict,
Okay.
animals would be the drug.
Animals would be the drug. I get what you're saying.
Like I said, as soon as she turns 16, she needs to go work at a zoo part-time to help the zookeepers.
Mm-hmm.
If she can survive a summer at the zoo, she will keep on track with animals then.
And volunteer at animal shelters.
I actually want to.
Well, you're getting to the age where I feel comfortable letting you. But when you were 9, I couldn't let you do it
Why not?
because I was working, I couldn't just sit there with you. I had, now you're at an age where I could bring you there, leave you for an hour or two and come back and get you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're that young, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But I would so let her do that. I would let her volunteer and do all that because I have never had a set thing I've wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I worked in billing. I just fell into that. I
Break-
never had, the last thing I ever wanted to do was be a police officer, and I didn't do it.
Breaking news: teenager allows all the animals loose in the Boston Zoo. More news at 6.
What do?
What?
Breaking news. Teenager lets all the kids out of the zoo. Yeah.
I'd probably end up letting all the animals out of the zoo.
See? Yeah.
They don't.
You know, I had something I wanted to do and I didn't follow through with it. I didn't have these thoughts when I was that age. It was when I got older and I said, oh, I want to be a cop, you know? But I didn't at 13. And she's even thought about this before 13 for years now about working with
Since
animals.
I was a young child,
Yeah,
I was like
It
running.
hasn't changed.
I was like pretending I was an animal. Like,
And it may very well change later on, but it hasn't since she was little. So
I have a
I feel like she needs to pursue it at some point to see. And I think, like they said, the best thing would be start out volunteering and then go to work at a zoo or something like that, where you learn things as you're going and then you get the experience.
I could be a zoo vet.
You want to be a vet. She does want to be a vet. She wants to be able to go to people's.
Or at least have like training so I know that I can take care of my own animals if it's something that I can do at my own place and I don't have to go to a big veterinarian place and get it fixed. Because also
You'd
save
be
on the vet bills too. If I know what I can do.
because if you travel to people's places, I bet you there's not a whole lot that do that. So you probably would be in demand. I don't know. What is he
Especially on
doing?
Farms.
What is he doing?
He's being nasty and licking my stuff.
I'm not licking your stuff.
You licked the pocket.
I was pretending to. I didn't actually do it.
You went like,
Oh my God.
This
is not
and he's playing with his boobs. Earlier, he was over here.
Don't be a prepper steading, Todd. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it hurts to laugh.
I'm telling you, I think he's going to live with me for a long time.
Stop.
Hey, Gene J. Yeah, so I don't know. We've been on about 2 hours now, so I don't know if y'all are sick of me yet. You are?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't really have much else to say. Pretty worn out now. I gotta probably go and clean up the kitchen table and get things done by the time 101 comes on at 9.
Yeah, I don't think a storm's going to start here. I had to go outside to look, and we got storm clouds coming. I was hearing the thunder.
It's raining here. It's dreary. It's been that way all day though, dreary and like.
Now these are like super black clouds. I haven't seen black clouds like this since beginning of spring.
Really?
That freeze, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Everything is just so up in the air with the weather. It's like you can't even make plans to go and do anything because it changes. Here, it's been changing day to day.
Yeah.
And literally hour to hour. Yesterday, I'm sitting here and it was pouring, and then the sun came out for an hour, like not even an hour, and then blue sky and white clouds, and then literally within minutes, it was dark gray again and pouring again.
Yeah.
And it happened several times while I was sitting on the live stream. I'm like, oh my God, we can't get anything done.
Yeah.
Unless you're prepared to put a raincoat on and go outside and do it in the rain.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Stuff will all still be there. So that's me. I'm learning to let things go and not be such a obsessive doing it right away.
Oh.
I don't know.
Dr. Eric Berg says that salt kills mucus. So if you get a lot of mucus in your lungs, use salt.
French fries.
Yeah. Like the salt for the McDonald's fries.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but you must have to drink salt water, warm salt water, maybe.
Yeah, to intake it.
That helps with a lot of things like canker sores and help out your teeth if they're sore.
Yeah,
Well, I could
I'm
see where
covered. I'll drink margaritas and lick the salt off the rim.
store your salt preps then, guys, because that will help with wounds as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's good to have. Although the last time I went to the store, they didn't have many things with salt left. I showed what I got on there. It was like 2 iodized or something. I forget what it was. It's downstairs, but they didn't have much salt left on the shelf. And this
Yeah.
wasn't Walmart. Or maybe it was Walmart. I don't know, unless it was Park and Shop. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mom,
Yes.
okay. I know you said no yesterday, but hear me out. If Jack ever dies, you're gonna get another cat.
No.
No.
Mom.
You heard you heard Chris and the reasoning behind it.
Yeah, but
He was devastated when he lost his.
that's why I need to fill the void.
He was devastated, and he did not want a cat this time, and he got it, and he fell in love with Jack, and now he's got to go through that heartache all over again.
But he kicks that cat everywhere.
He doesn't. He doesn't kick the cat. He just pushes him off because he's rubbing on him at the most inopportune times.
Yeah.
But he still loves that cat. Trust me.
Well, when the cat passes away, Sierra, they're gonna need somebody to still catch the mice, so you can act like a cat and catch the mice, and then you got mice for pets. There you go.
The mice as pets. We can get them vaccinated. The rabies shots and
You have to catch them though.
turn them into domesticated mouse pets.
Doesn't work that
Can
way.
we get a ferret?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we went into Petco the day we went school shopping at Marshall's, and Petco was right next door. So she made me go in there, and we're looking at the ferrets and the mice on the wheels. They were just going 210 on
And
the
the
little
rats
wheels.
and the guinea pigs.
And the snakes.
Oh yeah, I want a bearded dragon.
She wanted a bearded dragon. Every other word was a different animal she wanted. It was not one specific.
Maybe she could go spend the summers with Mama Bear, and she could take care of the hamsters over there.
I got hamsters for the boys, and one of them got out and got lost, and we never found it. And so it's like I'm part of me feels bad because I'm at an age now where I'm tired, and
Yeah.
I can't. I just don't want to do the same things that I did for my boys for them when they're young. You know what I mean? Like I don't have the energy to walk through a whole park like I did when I was younger. So it cuts time out on what they want to do. And I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because their dad wanted me to wait till I was 40 to get pregnant and have kids. And I'm like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
That's not a good age to be starting to have kids.
Yeah. Well, yeah. More medical problems.
Yeah. I said, do you realize how tired I'll be? By the time they're 8, I'll be 48 years old.
That's why I married a 13-year-old younger woman.
Jesus.
All the ones that are available were too old, and I don't want to have to deal with the medical issues. They would have had medical issues.
Yeah, but
And they're just looking for a baby daddy to get pregnant. And I'm like, really? You're 40-something years old? And you're just now looking for somebody to get you pregnant? I was like, no.
that's the only part that I regret is that I'm not in the best shape to be able to do the things that they want to do now and that they should be able to do all the time. The whole thing is the world has changed as well. They can't just go outside and ride their bikes down the street like we used to be able to. They'd get clipped in a heartbeat on this road.
Yeah.
You know?
They can fly their kites in the backyard during a thunderstorm.
But that's the kids that their parents don't pay attention.
No, their parents don't pay attention. And
Trent and
they're
his
troublemaker
friends.
kids, and they probably sneak out.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And, you know, I that's why I went to the fair yesterday because she doesn't ask for much. So,
Hey, Carrie, he's having a show on the night. It's at normal time.
Yep, he is. I'm super excited. Prepping 101 will be on tonight.
Yeah. Well, he's going to take care of some stuff, though, before it starts.
Yep, I'm going to go and finish cleaning the kitchen and the table and just get some things brought downstairs on the to clear off the table because I got to do cake mixes soon, vacuum seal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get all that done. I just wanted to get on for a little while Chris was sleeping and say hi to everybody.
You know, Sierra's already planning the cat's demise. Poor kitty.
She's staring at him. They're staring at each other. They're staring at each other.
The cats look at her like, oh, so you want me gone, do you? You ready to make a
He's
plan?
staring at her, and she's staring at him.
Is that?
Yep.
Yeah, and I guarantee the cat's like, I'm not going to ask Mom for another girl if you go before I do, girl.
He's getting ready to jump now. See? This is his. Oh, he just did it.
Yeah.
He gets down and his ears go back and he stares.
He looks like
Yeah.
And he literally, we know when he's going to jump at her.
his eyes get really big,
Yep. His eyes get really big. But
and he looks like Batman sometimes.
Batman. I am Batcat.
yeah. Well, Sierra, you want to say goodbye to everybody on chat?
Wait,
Nope, she does not. She wants to talk some more. Hold on.
Bye, Sierra.
She's going to get something she wants. She said, wait.
Oh, my God. She's going to show us a box of Twizzlers.
I don't know. I threw all those away when she had ants in her room the other day.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I drew this when I was in school.
oh
of
she drew.
Jack.
She drew
A
that
picture of
of
my-
Jack. Let me put it. What?
Oh.
When did you draw this? Hold on. I'm going to put it on big screen.
Well, you know when we used to stay after school for those extra like things, and there was one for art class.
Yeah.
Nice. I
I
like
did that off of a picture on my phone of Jack with a toy car on his back. I think I probably still have
she
it.
probably put that car on his back.
I did.
Yeah. She was dressed up. She dresses Jack up all the time in crazy stuff.
I used to put baby clothes on.
Yep. She did.
Got mad.
Yep. But I guess she wanted to show you all.
I don't
Well, I guess we'll miss you then.
Bye.
She said, well done, Lori's World. Oh, bye. See you later over there. All right, guys. I'm going to let you all go. It was nice for you to join me. I'm going to go and get some things done because I want to be on the couch with everything I need for 101
Yeah.
at 9 o'clock.
I got to rush to do mine.
Mm-hmm.
Bigfoot, I think, comes on at 6, I think. So.
Oh, that's right. Today's Sunday. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for coming. Have a good night. If I don't see you again,
Love you.
bye, everybody.